husband comes home from work and says to his wife, you know, the people that moved in next door, they seem so very nice. And she says, so? What makes you say that? Well, every morning when I take the car out of the garage, I see him throwing kisses to her. And he's still driving away, and I can see him still throwing kisses. I think that's so nice. And you know what else? When he comes home from work, he brings her flowers. Every night, I see him bringing a big bouquet of flowers. Oh, that's nice, she said. So tell me, darling, why don't you do it? And he looks at her and says, I don't know her name.
We want more!
That was just I like this one, and I hope you like it too.
All right.
This woman calls the St. Elizabeth Hospital, and she says at the hospital, may I speak to the nurse? And she says, well, you can't speak to the nurse. I am the receptionist. Tell me what you want the nurse for. She says, well, I'll tell you. She said, I am the grandmother of Norma Findlay, and I worry so much about her. Nobody tells me anything about her condition, and she's been here 2 months. She said, I tell you what, I will connect you with the nurse, and the nurse will give us all the information. By the way, what is her room number? And she says 302. So she rings 302, and the nurse comes on, and she said, Norma Findlay's grandmother is downstairs, and she wants to know how Norma is. She's a nervous wreck. She said she can't sleep and she can't eat. She's so worried about Norma. So the nurse said, I tell you what I'll do. I'll go in and get her report. And I will look at the report and I'll tell you exactly what's going on. So the nurse goes and gets the report and she looks and she says, well, I've got good news for you. She says, every test that we took this week in Norma has checked out wonderfully. So if all goes well, she said to the grandmother supposedly, Norma Findlay will be going home next week. The nurse says, tell me something. Who am I talking to? And the woman said, I am Norma Findlay at row 302.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
One more.
Encore! Encore!
This man owned a well-established men's store, and it was a leading men's suit store. And one day, this woman came in and said, I would like to buy a dark suit for my husband. He just passed away, and I want him to look nice when we bury him. She said, I tried to get him to get a new suit for 20 years, but he kept saying, I don't need a new suit. So he took her around the store, and he showed her all the suits. And she says, you know what? I like that black one there. It wasn't cheap, but she said, we'll manage, we'll take it. Meanwhile, the owner's brother came in and said to the owner, so how are you doing with the new salesman? Tell you the truth, he's wonderful. You told me that about the one that left. This one is even better. He says, what do you mean better? I'll tell you what happened today. This woman came in and wanted a suit for her husband that's just been buried. And you know what he did? He sold her a very expensive suit with an extra pair of pants.